What is up, guys? Jeremy here, and welcome back to another review. So I picked up these LituFoto LEDs from Amazon, and I wanted to do a review of them because I'm actually pleasantly surprised on the quality of these LEDs. I think they're actually really nice. So basically all this is kind of like a mobile LED. It's got full RGB capabilities, and you can use this pretty much for, photography or even videography is what I'm going to be using it for, to get, really nice looking lighting effects essentially. And I'm, like I said, just very surprised by the build quality of these RGBs. Now, this is a metal body, so it's built of metal. And then on the front, you do have kind of a frosted plastic that overlays the LEDs there. The build quality feels pretty amazing. I mean, they're not necessarily cheap by any means. I believe I picked up the 2-pack for about $100, but I was a little bit skeptical, like I said, on their build quality, and I'm very surprised. And there's a ton of functionality with these as well, and that's why I wanted to do this video, to kind of demonstrate all the different things you could use this RGB LED light with. Now again, like I said, I will be using these mainly for videography, for YouTube videos, probably use them occasionally for photography. If you guys are looking for an RGB light, this isn't something I would use to like light up your desk or your room or anything, just because of the price point. You could find better alternatives for like desk LEDs. But if you guys are into photography and want to pull off some cool lighting effects, these are definitely a good product to add to your arsenal, and I think they're really cool. So first off here, we will walk around, or take a look around rather, the LED light itself. So like I said, I got 2 of them. The size is a very nice size. I have an iPhone 10 right here. As you can see, this will give you a good size comparison of the LED. So nice form factor, not too big, not too heavy, but like I said, there's a good amount of weight. Metal body, plastic front. LEDs are in the frosted plastic, like I mentioned. On the back here, you do have a RGB kind of spectrum, little circle, and they have degrees here. So as you can see, like purple's 240, blue is 180, green is 120, etc. This kind of guides you on how to achieve the different colors. On the little LCD on the back there, this does light up and pretty much show you what you're doing, and it shows you the functions and all that. I'll go ahead and turn it on. As you guys can see, this is one bright little LED. They're much brighter than I anticipated. So you got a nice LCD there. I will walk you through the LCD here in a minute and all the functions. But going to the side here, you have kind of these little scroll wheels that allow you to adjust brightness and also other functions by holding it up or down or clicking it up or down. You have your USB-C charging port on the bottom there. It does come with a USB-C to regular USB charging cable. So you can charge these. You have your red function / power button at the top. I think that making that red was a nice little touch on their end. Another cool functionality is there is a regular USB out on the bottom. As you can see, that is 5-volt out, and this will allow you to use this as a power bank if you really had to. So if you needed to charge up your iPhone, if it's an emergency or something, you can just plug your lightning connector into this RGB and it will start powering up and charging your iPhone. I thought that was a nice touch. Of course, you could use this USB out to charge a multiple different things, basically whatever you can think of. You do have the name here with some more information. It is called the LituFoto. I believe that's how you say it. Kind of a goofy name. It is made in China, but like I said, I am very surprised by the build quality. It's an RGB video light N160. The battery is a 3.85 volt, 4040 milliamp hour battery, and it is a lithium polymer battery that's in there. The power is 9 watts, and then you do have your normal don't throw away in the trash kind of stuff at the bottom there, because it does have internal batteries and stuff like that. Made in China. And if we look around here, there's also a couple of mounts here if you guys want to mount it to a tripod, and each light does come with its own tripod or DSLR mount. And very simple, just to screw it into the bottom of the LED. You can adjust its angle and a bunch of other stuff. So you have 2 spots here. You can have it in the kind of horizontal orientation, or you can screw it on the other end here and have it more of the vertical orientation, depending on what kind of positioning you want this LED to be in. I thought that that was nice that it comes with its own mounting system. Very, very cool if you guys want to mount that up to your camera or your tripod or your cage or whatever you're using. So now I guess we can go through the functions of the LED. And again, like I said, to power it up, you just click and hold the red button there until the LED lights up. So there you go. And I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to quickly turn the brightness down on this real quick. And to do that is just simply to hold this bottom scroll wheel. This is the brightness, as you guys can see there. So independent brightness controls, that's down to 1%. And that's pretty good. As you guys can see, on the lowest setting, it makes my camera go completely black as it tries to compensate for how bright it is. If we turn it all the way up to 100%, you guys will see that when I flip this around towards my camera, it just completely blacks it out. And there you go. This LED is incredibly light, in my opinion. There's a ton of brightness with it. It's brighter than I thought it would be, and that's like I said, a pleasant surprise. We're gonna go ahead and bump this down a little bit so it's not so distracting and looking weird. So brightness control is this simple wheel, and the way it works is you can click it up to do 1% at a time. As you guys can see there, click it down, 1% down at a time, or you can hold it up and that goes quick, or hold it down and it goes quick. So really nice controls there. To move through the functions, you can use the power button. As you can see, there's a little arrow indicator depending on what you are on. So at the top is your hue. And again, like I said, this is based off of this little kind of diagram that's on the LED itself. 0 is red, 180 is blue, and literally every single color in between. I will sit here and just kind of go through it. As you guys can see, you can get any color in the rainbow with this LED, which I thought was a great function. Also, what's cool, if we click the mode button again, or power button, you drop down to the S, and that's basically saturation. So if 100% saturation is too intense, like if you don't want this red to be so vibrantly red, you can of course drop the saturation down and it will make it more of a pastel kind of color. So if we go down to, I don't know, about like 45%, as you can see, it's not as an intense red as it was because we're lowering the saturation. So that's what that function is there. So I'm gonna go ahead and bump that up. And then next is just your plain lighting here. This is, I forget the word for it, but you basically change from 3200K and you can go all the way up to 7500K. And this is basically pure white, or you can drop it down to have much more warm color depending on what kind of lighting you want. So that's kind of your white range, I would say. Again, nice spectrum there to be used. If we click the mode again, now we get into some interesting presets. I believe this is going to be SOS. So if you get stranded somewhere and you happen to have these LEDs, you can put it on SOS. You do have the mode where it basically it cycles through the full RGB color set. So if you click it here, as you can see, it's slowly fading from color to color, and it will just do that. I thought that was nice. And then the last one here is, I guess, police sirens. I would advise not using this. I'm pretty sure it is a felony to impersonate a police officer, but if you want police lights, this LED can do that, which is pretty cool. And that's basically it for the functions. You can pretty much do a full control of anything with just those alone. You have your battery indicator. Like I said, the battery life seems pretty amazing to me. I don't know exactly how long it lasts, but it does last quite a while. Super easy to charge with the USB-C. You can also simultaneously charge this LED and use it at the same time. I thought that was another nice touch. So if you need to use it for a very long extended amount of time that might surpass the battery capabilities, you can charge simultaneously. So very, very cool. And that's basically it for the LED light. That's pretty much everything about it. Like I said, I am very surprised by the build quality. It's got a higher price tag, but I think that these are worth their price point. The 2-pack cost me about $100, so these are about $50 a piece. And I think, if you guys are going to be using it for photography, videography, what have you, it's definitely worth the price point, and it's definitely worth having these in your arsenal. But I'll leave the link down in the description if you guys want to check these out on Amazon. I'm very surprised, and I actually like them a lot. So we will be using them in videos in the future. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.